Hey guys, I'm Dan Rodgers with the Key Leadership Inc., and I'm excited about what we get to talk about today. We're going to talk about the leadership train. The leadership train. Stick around for just a minute and we will get started. Today we're going to talk about the leadership train. The leadership train. This concept comes from a man named Warren Woodward. Warren Woodward is known as one of the top leadership and management gurus in the world today. And he's done some phenomenal work. He's written tons of books and tons of audios that I've enjoyed being a part of for so long. I want to talk about, he uses the idea of a leadership train. Let me just go ahead and get into it. We talk about this idea of a train. You have people on that train. Now listen, first of all, if you think you're a leader and nobody's following you, you might need to check some of your principles. Because if people follow leaders, so either you're leading or you're just out for a walk. We know that statement, but those of you that are interested in being leaders, let's talk about some principles of the leadership train. Very simply put, you're on a train. A train is moving down the track. That leads me to the first thought. First off, your train needs to be moving. People don't want to stay on your train if it's not going anywhere. If you as a leader are hoping to lead people, you've got to be leading them somewhere. There has to be a destination in mind, or people will not stay on your train. They might stay on for a little while. You might have some people show up every once in a while, but you've got to be going somewhere on the leadership train. You're the conductor. You're the leader of that train. Now remember this concept. Everybody on your train gets milk and cookies. Milk and cookies. Everybody gets it. Everybody on your train, no matter who they are, no matter what age they are, no matter where they are in life, no matter their race, no matter their religion, no matter what books they read, no matter what they know, no matter what they don't know, no matter what their degrees are, everybody gets milk and cookies. What are milk and cookies? Love and grace. It is your job as a leader to constantly make sure you remember everybody is an individual. They are not objects. They are individuals that desire to be cared about. We know Dale Carnegie says, look at everybody as though they're wearing a sign around their chest that says, make me feel special. We know that. That is love and grace. Everybody deserves a chance to be on your train. Everybody does. And as long as your train is moving forward, you'll always have people on that train. So it's not your job to go out and say, who wants to be the leader? That's not your job. Your job is to give out love and grace. Everybody gets milk and cookies on your train, no matter who they are. Eventually, as long as your train is moving forward, and as long as you as the leader are giving out love and grace to the passengers on your train, somebody's going to come up to you, the conductor, and say, hey, can you show me how this train runs? Boy, there's your leader. You see, leadership is in duplication. If you can duplicate yourself in somebody else who can duplicate themselves in somebody else, leadership is creating leaders that can create leaders. That is the idea. So your train needs to always be moving forward. Everybody on your train gets milk and cookies, love and grace. Everybody gets cared about no matter who they are, no matter where they are in life. Everybody gets treated the same. But also, eventually, if you as a leader are always moving forward, moving your train forward, it's important to realize somebody's going to come up to you and say, hey, can you show me how this thing runs? I'm interested in learning how it runs. I don't know as much as you do. I don't know how you do it, but can you show me how? And man, it's usually the person or the guy or gal that comes up to you and says, and they keep bugging you, they keep calling you, they keep texting you, they keep asking you, can you show me how you do this? How did you get there? And those are the people that you know you can focus on, because eventually your job now as a leader is to teach them to be the conductor. How do you teach them to be the conductor? Let them give love and grace to other people. As you begin to build your relationships, you know as a leader, you can't possibly be involved in every single person's life. But what is involved in everybody's life is your influence. That person that you develop that comes up to you and says, hey, show me how this train runs. You go up to them and you start teaching them and influencing them and speaking life into their life. You begin to then create another leader. Then that person goes on your train for a little while. He goes on your train, and it's moving forward still because of you, because you're the leader. But he goes on your train and starts giving out milk and cookies to everybody on that train. Everybody gets it, and everybody knows it because of you, because of your influence, because he, as the leader, is smart enough to know, I need to make sure I talk about the leader, the conductor that helped me get where I am or is leading me on this path. I love what I get to do with Orrin Woodward. I love reading his books. I love talking about his audios. Why? Because Orrin Woodward is a leader of leaders. He's a creator of leaders. He has helped people, thousands and thousands of people that have come up to him on a regular basis and say, hey, Orrin, can you teach me how to conduct this train? And Orrin simply comes to them and says, start giving out milk and cookies to people. Well, I don't want to give out milk and cookies. Then you're not the leader. It's important that you follow the leader for a little while. Leverage his influence. Go ahead. He wants that to happen, most likely. If he's a true leader, he's going to be humble enough to let you say, I did this because of Orrin Woodward. I don't know everything, but that conductor at the front of that train knows what he's talking about. And let's go ahead and make sure we do that. Then you begin, another person is going to come up to the leader now that you've created and is going to say, hey, I've seen some of the work you've done. How did you get there? And you, as the leader, have now created a third leader, a third leg, so to speak. You've helped somebody else because of your influence lead somebody else in a positive direction. Influence somebody else in a positive direction. The leadership train is a wonderful concept. I love the book. It's called The Leadership Train. There are audios about it. Orrin loves talking about it because remember, everybody gets love and grace. Milk and cookies, everybody does. Go care about people the most. How do I get to be a leader? Go care about people. Go give everybody love and grace. And then eventually, somebody will come up to you, as long as your train is moving forward, and say, how do I do that? And eventually, you will begin to have the opportunity to create another leader. Stay humble. Stay very humble. Stay very passionate and keep educating yourself on what it means to be a leader. The leadership train. I love that concept. Thanks so much for taking a part of this video today.